Good morning, everyone. I'm Gary Whipperman, and welcome to Whip Around and find out where the bats were loud, the arms were dominant, and across Wisconsin, softball Wednesday night delivered a little bit of everything. Tape measure shots, clutch swings, a five-run inning that flipped a heavyweight showdown, and we had a performance so sweet, you might even call it mint chocolate chip. So grab the coffee, settle in, because we're about to take you all the way around the state. Let's whip around and find out. Hey, everybody, happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, April 30th. It is the last day of April. Can you believe that? This month flew. It's been a kind of a wild, crazy month with the weather and everything else, but I mean, that's nothing new for us spring sports fans. I mean, that's the way it is every year. You never know what you're going to get, but you're pretty sure things are going to get delayed and turned around and flipped around and everything else. And for us, no exception to that rule. So welcome, and I hope your day's off to a great start. And we're going to get right into things tonight. This morning, we are live again this morning, by the way. This is becoming a thing for me now, I guess. I'm going to start doing them live almost every day. So we are live this morning at 7:38 in the AM on Thursday. Our biggest story of the night from last night, Kewaskum, that was our game. Kewaskum knocks off Germantown 8-6. This was the one. Heavyweight fight, 12 hits for Kewaskum, 11 for Germantown. Germantown claws all the way back. It ties it in the fifth, and just when it feels like they've got it, Kewaskum answers. 5 runs in the bottom of the fifth for Kewaskum. Madden Sabish had a 2 RBI triple. That was the swing that broke the game open, and Kewaskum gets the win 8-6 over Germantown. Big time win for Kewaskum. They stay undefeated in the state of Wisconsin. Their only loss this year was to Harlem in Illinois. Actually, Marengo in Illinois, beg your pardon. They beat Harlem in Illinois. The only loss was to Marengo. Tough loss for Germantown. I thought Germantown played great. I thought the pitching, I thought, I cannot get her name right. Saltaricas, I thought she did a nice job. Just too much firepower from Kewaskum. A big home run from Millie Kreif. Germantown holds on, and a fantastic catch in the 7th inning. You know, this game was starting to turn in the 7th. It was 8-3 going into the 7th. Germantown puts up 3 runs. It's 8-6. They've got the tying run at the plate, pop up foul side of first, and an unbelievable catch by Hannah Galashinsky, senior for Kewaskum, in foul territory, almost in the Germantown dugout to make the catch. And that was the second out of the inning, and that just flipped the momentum. They get the next out, and that was the game. But Hannah was a big reason for that win, and she was our Piggly Wiggly player of the game last night in Kewaskum's 8-6 win over Germantown. Other news, New Berlin. It was a light night last night. Not a lot of games around the state. Probably about 30 games in total. So this won't be a real long episode. There's not a lot compared to a Tuesday or Thursday. Like tonight will be jam-packed for tomorrow again. New Berlin West 19, St. Augustine Prep 4. Down 4-0 early was New Berlin West. No panic. New Berlin West responds with 16 runs across 2 innings. Sierra Klein had a grand slam. Morgan Kopishki had 3 hits and 4 RBI for New Berlin West. Add 12 walks and 8 stolen bases. Pressure all night from the Vikings. They win that 20-4 over St. Augustine Prep. Port Washington holds off Grafton 8-7, back and forth all game long. Port Washington gets the go-ahead run in the 6th and closes it. Clutch late for Port. Big win for Port. Portage wins it in 5 against McFarland. It was on the back of a no-hitter. We'll talk about that during a future segment here. It was also youth night last night for Portage. So a big win for Portage. Anna Considine, no-hitter, 5 innings, no hits, no runs, 15 strikeouts for Considine. She's one of our Who's That Girl nominees for today. That's not just dominant pitching, that's overpowering. Great job by Anna. Big win for Portage over at McFarland. We had some offensive explosions. Badger shuts out Janesville Parker 19-0. Fast start, big innings, clean defense, a complete performance from start to finish for Badger. Pacelli takes care of Port Edwards 13-1. Let's talk about it. Amelia Martini, 2 home runs, including inside the park. That's loud. And I've got to give you a little bit of a backstory. So Amelia Martini, senior this year, when she was a freshman, her and the Pacelli squad went to one state in the Friday semifinal game. It was the last game of the night on, I think it was, no, Thursday. It was the last game of the night on Thursday of state week at Goodman Diamond. Pacelli got down 7-1 to McDonald Central. And at the time, Connor Du Bois was with me, and Connor and I were doing the game together. It was an audio stream. We're doing the game together, and at State Week, all the coaches give us these kind of info sheets about the players. And for Amelia, it said her favorite ice cream flavor was mint chocolate chip. Well, Connor happened to read that, and he said, you know, if Pacelli comes all the way back here, we're going to get her some mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I kind of looked at him like, what do you mean we? Where am I going to find mint chocolate chip ice cream at 10 o'clock at night in Madison? I said, let's do this instead. If they win state, if they come back and they win state on Saturday, we'll get her some mint chocolate chip ice cream. Well, they did come back. They came back and won the game. Amelia, a big part of that. And then they won on Saturday behind Hannah Trzynski, who was fantastic on the circle. And on my way to Madison from Economowoc, I stopped at a Quick Trip and picked up a quart of chocolate chip ice cream, and I had it in a cooler. And so the Pacelli game was the first game of the day at 9 o'clock. So I had it in the cooler waiting if they won. And of course they did win. So I had to go out to my car and bring the cooler over to where the players were all assembled and families and everything else. And we pulled out a quart of mint chip chocolate chip ice cream. I think she was more excited about that than the gold, the gold medal and the gold statuette, but great story. So I've obviously ever since then, we've called her mint chocolate chip martini. So that's the Amelia story. So that's Pacelli. They won 13-1. Amelia, 2 home runs, including an inside the park homer. Hamilton shuts out Menominee Falls 10-0, 19 hits as a team for Sussex Hamilton. Ava Serembisky goes 4 for 4. Bitsy Palika has 12 strikeouts. I mean, ho-hum, right? Another Bitsy day, right? 12 strikeouts, big deal. Dominance again for Hamilton. They just keep rolling. All right, time for the Circle of Dominance. We've talked about a couple of these already, but we'll just circle back around. By the way, our show today brought to you by, you guys know this, the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wonder Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. I'm actually going to be in Denmark Friday. I'll be in the Green Bay area Friday, and we're going to stop. We're going to stay the night in Denmark, and then I'm going to stop at the Circle Tap for dinner on Friday night, and then Saturday we've got a triangular at Denmark all day starting at noon. Medford, Mishicot, and Denmark. So defending state champs in D2, defending state champs in D3, and certainly a state contender this year is Medford. So it's going to be a really fun, interesting afternoon of softball. I encourage you to join us. We'll be on air about 11:30, and first game's at noon, so noon, 2, and 4. Encourage you to join us all day for that, the Denmark Triangular on W7 this weekend. All right, Circle of Dominance, Anna Considine from Portage, 5 innings, no hits, 15 strikeouts. That's the definition of control. Bitsy Palika, Hamilton, 6 innings, 12 strikeouts, no runs. Typical Bitsy. Josie Brudos, how many times have we said Josie Brudos' name? West Salem, 5 innings, 10 strikeouts, locked in. Our game of the night, again, was Germantown versus Kewaskum. Germantown wins it 8-6, back and forth, momentum swings, big-time moments. Kewaskum strikes first, Germantown answers, and by the 5th inning, it's tied. And then Kewaskum explodes. 5 runs in the 5th, a 2 RBI triple from Sabish. That was the difference in Kewaskum's 8-6 win. No errors. It was a really clean game. It was well played by both teams. It's a tournament type win for Kewaskum. I think this team is kind of working towards something here. They won't really get into it, but I mean, you can kind of feel there's some urgency, especially with those three seniors, Kylie Baca and Hannah Galashinsky and Ellie Cagliari. You kind of feel like that, it's their now or never moment, to use Stoughton terminology. So we'll see how that goes, how they go the rest of the year. We're done in Kewaskum for the year. We'll just be watching on from afar like all of you guys. Our Who's Hot segment, of course. Again, some of these we talked about. Sarambisky, 4 for 4 for Hamilton. Morgan Kapishke, 4 RBIs for New Berlin West. Amelia Martini and Madden Sabish with a clutch triple. When we come back, it's time. You thought we were going to skip it. We're not. We're going to make a stop at the Hard Luck Hotel. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Whip Around and Find Out, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wonder Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Hard Luck Hotel, where the breaks don't go your way. Germantown, penthouse suite, baby. You battle back, you tie it late, you've got momentum, then the 5th inning hits. 5 runs later, you're back at the front desk. That one hurts. Grafton, room 7, 1-run wing. You score 7, you lead mid-game, but every time you get close to leaving, the door shuts. 1 run short. St. Augustine Prep, early check-in gone wrong. You're up 4-0 early. Everything feels good. Then 16 runs hit like a storm. That stay got out of control fast. Tough night at the Hard Luck Hotel, even on a light Wednesday night. Still not a great night for some teams. All right, it's time now for, you guys know the drill. Yeah, time for Who's That Girl? 6 performances. Let me see if I got these here. I think I tried this the other night too. I did. All right. Ava Sarambisky, Hamilton, 4 for 4 on the night. Couldn't miss. Morgan Kapishke, New Berlin West, 3 hits, 4 RBI. Game changing. Amelia Martini from Pacelli, 2 home runs, including an inside the park. And Josie Brudos from West Salem, 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. Don't forget Madden Sabish from Kewaskum, a 2 RBI triple in the biggest moment of the night. And tonight, your Who's That Girl winner is Amelia Martini from Pacelli, a.k.a. Mint Chocolate Chip. Congratulations, Amelia. You are today's W7 Who's That Girl. Power, impact, and a big stat line last night for Amelia. That's the spotlight. All right, let's get right into milestone moments. We've got a couple to celebrate. Let's see, where is it? Oh, there it is. Actually, I think just one tonight. Trinity Williams from Portage had her 100th career hit last night in Portage's 5-0 win. We talked about Portage and having a big night for youth night, which of course it was, but it was youth night. Considine throws a no-hitter, and Trinity Williams picks up her 100th career night. Big night for Portage. Congratulations, Trinity, on your 100th career hit. What's up for what's to watch next? So today's games, just some things to keep an eye on. New Berlin West takes on Pewaukee. By the way, Haley Hutchins went 5 for 5 last night for Pewaukee. I got this really late, actually early this morning, so we didn't get a chance to include it in our show material. But Haley went 5 for 5. A tough loss for Pewaukee, 2-1 against Wisconsin Lutheran. If you've been watching, I've been really high on Pewaukee. I still am. I'm really curious about their game with Kewaskum next week. That's going to be an interesting game. We won't be there, but I will be keeping an eye on that one. I'm curious to see how Pewaukee does against a team like Kewaskum. Let's see. I think that's about it for today. Like I said, kind of a shorter show, but still recognizing kids. That's what we're all about. You've been watching Whip Around and Find Out. Big bats, dominant arms, and performances that keep raising the bar across Wisconsin softball. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 7:30 right here on Fix TV, Facebook, and YouTube. 100% free to watch. Until then, keep your swing short, and we'll whip around and find out. You've been watching W7. We are for the girls.